Welcome back to People. I'm Shirley Lin. My guest is Charlene Shih, who is the producer of the documentary Trash to Treasure, which was recently nominated at the Golden Bell for Best Nonfiction Director Award. Well, Charlene, let's talk about this Trash to Treasure. I've only seen the trailer of it. So what exactly is it and how you got the idea of doing this documentary?
It's a long story.
Oh, please. I'm all ears.
After making so many documentaries for National Geographic, I started to act as a producer, and I team up with my friends sometimes. And this original idea was not Trash to Treasure. It was not what the audience saw at the end. Original idea was about this great architecture project was going to happen. But after we filmed about a year, it did not happen.
Oh, you mean that project, that particular project never completed?
Yeah, that project they never even started.
Oh.
We were going to follow about 21 architects around the world. And there were designs, drawing done, and then there was the site in Taiwan. And then 在奥地, and then it's the project called Next Gene.
Gene as
next generation.
Oh.
Gene and as a genes.
Yeah.
You know, it can.
Genes,
yeah. But it never it got started maybe a little bit, but we have a deadline.
Yeah.
So after a year, we only have I don't know, maybe 3-4 months left because we need to have another 2-3 months to do post-production.
Right.
So after a year, I say, okay, this is not good. We need to change the subject. So we change the subject, we change the director. So the director of Trash to Treasure is Alan Tsai.
Yeah.
He also worked at our company. So we changed the subject from architecture. It was all green architecture.
Okay.
Then we talked to National Geographic, said, okay, can we change it? They said, yeah, you can change, but not so dramatically to totally different thing.
Right.
So we kept looking, are there any green kind of, future architectures in Taiwan? There are not that many.
Okay.
And then Taipei 101 at the time they want to become the tallest green building in the world.
Right.
But to do that, there are many work they have to do. They have to qualify that. So we just follow them throughout that process. So Taipei 101 became part of the story.
Yes.
And then the other part, we follow a bunch of different engineers, and Arthur Huang was the main character actually through the other storyline.
Yes, Arthur was the one who designed the Eco Arc.
Yes.
For the actually in time for the Flora, the Taipei Flora International. What was it now? Anyway, the International Flora exhibit. But it was made out of 1.5 million PET bottles, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That's right, the whole building.
So, but when we interview Arthur, we talked to Arthur, do you guys have any new things? And they have many different projects, and they're all green. They have all these recycle, besides PET bottles, they want to do green cemeteries, green hotels, but none of those are that, it cannot be finished in 2-3 months, and we have a deadline. And luckily, there's a boat they were making.
Oh, that's right. Arthur also made a boat.
Yes. So the story of Trash to Treasure was follow them how to make these boats out of PET bottles and make them float, and have to ride smoothly with people on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So follow Arthur and then the whole engineering in Taipei 101. That's the main thing of Trash to Treasure.
Right. Oh, wow. That's a lot of work. Just about, when you're running out of time and then you have to desperately look for new sources. That's a lot of work for you as a director and producer. I mean, I couldn't imagine the kind of work that you do. Everything, every little detail that's involved in making one documentary.
Yeah. Usually it takes about 1.5 years to make 1 hour show for National Geographic.
Wow.
From treatment till the end, the research, and mix music and, you know, narration, everything until the time it airs. It takes that long.
Oh. What do you mean by treatment?
Treatment, it's the script.
Ah.
Yeah. So before we have to make summary of, you know, because documentary is not like drama film.
Right.
You know, it's we imagine, okay, what's going to happen if I want to make a story of you. I imagine what your day to be like. I'll talk to you first, but it's not guaranteed your day will turn out to be what I imagine. But we have to write it out anyway.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that means you keep changing the script?
Yes, all the time.
All the time.
But before we sign the contract with National Geographic, the treatment has to be approved. That means they think, okay, this is possible to turn out to be a 1 hour show, and this is workable, and this won't be too much problems, you know. And then, so that takes a couple months to have them approve and sign the contract, and then get to really start filming.
Wow. Well, I haven't said congratulations yet, by the way, you know, for winning the, sorry, for getting nominated for Best Nonfiction Director Award. But it's amazing. I mean, all these documentaries that you make. I know that you also did one on super pigs.
Yes.
Now, how do you even get this idea, you know, about these pigs turning pink and blue and everything? Fluorescent color, actually.
Usually, we got the ideas just by sitting there drinking coffee, and then our team will have brainstorm session. We'll say, the reason we did pig is like, oh, we want to do something about animals, but not just animals. None of us are like animal expert, but my sign, my zodiac, Chinese zodiac, it's pig. And I thought, oh, okay, I think I know pigs from cartoon. They look cute. How about let's do a film about pig? And then we wrote just like that, very simple. And then we found out, then we started to do research, studies, and it's like, okay, I know nothing about pigs. But it's every film, it's a big learning process for everybody. And I think that's the fun part, because then we get to learn science, we get to learn, you know, architectures, we get to learn every different field that normal people probably would never get involved.
Isn't that great? Yeah, I would love, I can't really say I would love this kind of job that you do, but I think I just love learning different things that you don't learn from school, you know? And so, you know, when you're open to doing different kinds of documentaries, you're opening up your mind to learning different things that you never knew takes such work or is, you know, has this background or whatever. There was another one that you made called Spirit Talk, and you did talk about this earlier about your best friend's husband who passed away. So I'm really just curious. I think that you actually was there witnessing maybe this process of calling the spirit back. So was it successful? She tried different methods. Okay. She tried the traditional one. Yes. The traditional folk beliefs. It's called guan luo ying. They call blindfold spirit. Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. And then so there's a medium, and then you blindfold your eyes, and then there's spells involved, and it didn't work on my friend. Okay. But I even tried. Didn't work on me. Oh. But interesting. But you got this all in this documentary.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. And then, but the interesting part is when we were filming my friend, the main character in the film, one of our friends came to check out, you know, our crew, and she joined and she experienced it. Oh. So we don't know.
You got that all on camera.
Yeah. Actually, if you watch the film, you can see if there's a girl saying like she actually saw stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you get spooked out when you saw that?
Actually, I think that none of that was really like spooky or scary. I think it was more the real part. Like when the other character, Paul, because we follow, one's my friend, the other guy we follow him before he died until, you know, after he died. The
I
whole
see.
process. His family did all these rituals for him, and they did the whole 7 days ritual because they were in the countryside. So they left his body in the living room for 49 days, like very, very traditional.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So that whole process, I think, was more difficult, like emotionally for us than anything.
Yeah, because this happened, to be your best friend's husband, someone really close to you. So with this nomination for Trash to Treasure, what has it brought you? What new opportunities? What excitement to look forward to?
Actually, I think Spirit Talk got nominated one time.
Okay.
So that was like 8 years ago.
Right.
And won the best editing.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if it brought us more things. I don't know.
Okay.
But we kept making documentaries. We never did stop. And I don't think, like now with Trash to Treasure, I don't think the award, the nomination actually brought us, like a thing besides a piece of paper.
More money, maybe? No.
But I think it's a encouragement for the whole crew, always. It's like, you work so hard for a year and a half, and it's an encouragement, and it's, okay, we can probably keep making another one.
Yeah.
Even though the whole documentary industry, everybody knows, it's not, we don't do it for money. Nobody become rich by making documentary film. But you do it for the love. And after so many years, the love kind of, it's so hard because it's so, you devote so much time and energy. And after, one after another one, you start to question. It's like, okay, is this really worth it? Worth all my time and energy? So when that kind of award comes, it's like, oh, okay, we get recognition. I think that's an encouragement to push us to keep doing it.
I think everybody now focuses a lot about green whatever. And to make something very different kind of green related documentaries. Did you find it really difficult trying to make something different from what everybody else is doing and yet you can, catch the audience? I think that's hard, right? Because that's really the topic these days.
Yeah, it's difficult. And especially after we found many, not just Taipei 101 and Arthur Huang. We went to many different routes. We looked for many different people. And the difficult part is, I think this thing, whatever people are doing, a lot of it's still in the process, in the progress of experimenting it, if it's going to work. And if it's going to really, for example, we interviewed this professor. He's trying to use rice husk into a brick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, Arthur managed to use rice husk to do these, covers for cell phones.
Yes.
But brick, huh?
That was actually, it's all happened around the same time. I think because it's also maybe a small industry, so words travel. But they all kind of connected. They can collaborate. So this other Mr. Chen, he's been doing this for a long time. He used to use bamboo. Then he tried to use rice husk. Whatever it's, because rice husk has no use for farmers.
Yeah.
So if they can use rice husk, these things they used to burn it on the rice field and it create pollution.
I know.
So if they can turn these into treasure, make money, that's a really good thing. And also the brick, they say if it really work, that means the house can breathe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the brick can breathe. But so far it's not really there yet. So when we find something, we thought, this can be really interesting. But if it's not really there yet, we can't really make a documentary about it just yet.
Oh, that's too bad. But then Could you consider part 1 and part 2?
Maybe, yes.
You know, in the process for part 1 and then the result in part 2.
If there's no deadline, I think we will be willing to follow, you know, something like that. If it takes 2 years, 3 years, you know, I think it's worth it.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much. You know, I want to tell you that I love documentaries, okay? So keep making documentaries. They're definitely worth it because I always love to learn about the facts. And, you know, whenever there's a movie that's made based on true stories, they impress me more. Yeah. So thank you very much and good luck. You're doing great. And I'm looking forward to a lot more documentaries from you, Charlene.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for watching, people. I'm Shirley Lin.